So welcome everyone. I'm Jody Shield, and I am a meditation ambassador for Lululemon, the Marylebone store. I'm also an inspirational speaker and a mentor, and a new author of my book, Life Tonic, which is a modern toolbox to heal your life and soothe your soul. Does anyone have it? A few of you got. Okay, awesome. Just take a moment. In fact, close your eyes, take a moment. Just take some nice deep breaths in. Feel the body, feel the heartbeat. Move your awareness gently to the hips and the pelvis, and imagine you can sit a little bit deeper in your presence, a little bit deeper in the hips, a little bit deeper in the pelvis. And just keep your awareness with your breath for a moment. Just connect to the breath. Connect to the breathing. Connect to where you're naturally breathing into in the body. Sense that feeling of being alive, the pulsating energy that's moving around your body right now. The heat, the pins and needles, whatever it is that you're feeling. And take a really nice deep breath in and then open your eyes. Okay. It's hot up here. All the lights. Okay. Every body tells a story. Every body tells a story. Our bodies are full of information. Our bodies are full of information from things that we've experienced. The body holds on to memories. Holds on to memories in the cells, the muscles, the tissue, the bones, the energy field all around us. So we've got lots of history in our bodies. And the way that I see this is, imagine that in life, you are, as an energetic being, because you're energy, you feel it. Imagine you gently giving off energetic information to the universe. Imagine that you're sending information to the outside world. And why is this important? Because of something called the law of attraction. Has anyone heard of the law of attraction? You're a Lululemon fan, so you've definitely heard of the law of attraction. What it essentially means is the information that we gently give off to the world or the universe, we get back. I'll give you an example. Let's talk about money for a minute. Everyone's like, oh no. I love talking about money. We are giving off energetic instructions to the universe about money. So our ego mind might be saying, I want loads more money, please give me loads more money. Can I just have £1 million by next year? Please, can I have a bigger salary? Can I have more money? And our ego really wants us to have more money, but the information in our body from conversations that our parents used to have around us about money, the information from our body might be giving off information to the universe like, it's not safe to have more money because my dad went bankrupt when I was 5, or rich people aren't very good people, or money's evil. So we're actually, that was just an example, but we're giving off information to the universe about everything in our life from our bodies. And we're getting that information back. And so it's really important that you guys know that, so you can start to release some of the history in your body. So that's the first thing. Every body tells a story. Your body's full of stories. It's good. It's good. I recently went to Germany, in fact, a couple of days ago, on a 4-day detox retreat. And what I learned there was actually there's information in my blood. My blood has information. My organs have information. If you have a transplant and someone gives you another organ, their information in that organ goes into your body. Isn't that interesting? You've heard stories on the news of how the families of donees or people that donate organs meet the people that they have donated the organ to, and they have a connection with them. So our bodies are extremely intuitive. And what this person in Germany told me, actually, that I was seeing, he said, and he's a very spiritual person as well, he sometimes gets called to help people pass away. So when you're leaving the body and passing away, you're transitioning to wherever you believe you transition to. And he said he was called to work with someone who had a liver, someone else's liver within them. And as he was by their bedside helping them to transition to wherever they were going, he felt like he needed to help the liver to transition to somewhere else, because it wasn't this person's liver, it was someone else's liver. It's incredible, isn't it? And you know, I know sometimes it's hard to talk about what the mind and the eyes can't see, energy, spirituality, whatever it is, but all I ever ask of anyone listening to me is just to be open to all possibilities. So, also, we're very, very intuitive beings. We're extremely intuitive. Think about this. When we were hunter-gatherers, our instincts, our built-in GPS, would tell us when danger was coming, would tell us when there was a lion or something that wanted to attack us. And so our instincts would kick in, and we'd know there was danger. So we'd know we'd have to run away. So we have this inner GPS, this inbuilt system that tells us what is going on in our environment. We've got 3 brains: brain, heart brain, gut brain. Gut brain and heart brain can sense things happening before they happen. The thing is, we've got really fucking disconnected from ourselves. We really have. Through the generations. Loads of reasons. Technology's one. Instagramming, being on the iPhone. The main reason I believe that we're so disconnected is because of all the history that we're holding onto in our body, because some of it might be a bit painful. We don't want to reconnect. So we'll find loads of distractions, and there's loads of news articles on this, but we'll find loads of ways to distract ourselves out of our bodies. So the journey I'm going to take you on today is really about reconnecting and listening. Someone said this to me once, and it really resonated with me, because I will tell you a little bit about my story. We have one body. We've got one physical body. We have this beautiful bodysuit that houses the organs and everything within it. We've got to take care of it. We've only got one of them. We can't trade it in for a bigger model, or we can't upgrade it for a better model. We've got one of them. So it's time to start listening to ourselves. It's time to start understanding more about ourselves. What we're very good at is pushing ourselves in the gym. And some of you may be sitting here thinking, well, I'm really connected to my body. I go do yoga, I do the gym, I do spinning. Sure, but are you listening to your body? There's a difference. This is about understanding what your body really needs, not what you think it needs with your mind. They're 2 very different things. Very different things. When you're more in tune with your body, you understand how to repair it after exercise. When you're more in tune with your body, you understand what it needs, what supplements it needs. You're in tune. You understand what food you need to eat. You're listening to your body. Presence, mindfulness, meditation. Big buzzwords at the moment. I'm a meditation ambassador. I practice mindfulness and presence. Why is it so hard for us? Why is it so hard for us to be present? Why is it so hard for us to meditate? Okay, we don't have time. But really, it's the stuff that we don't want to hear that's happening in our body. So when we go into meditation in a space of presence, what happens first is the mind starts going into overdrive usually, because we need a transitionary period to get into a space of stillness. And then what happens is different thoughts might come up to distract us away from our meditation practice, because we love distracting ourselves. So the reason presence, meditation, and mindfulness is hard is because it's hard for us to connect to our bodies. And I wrote about this in my book, actually, because for me, I've been through many things in my life, and I think the body was the hardest thing for me to connect to. Because what I realized was when I looked at myself in a mirror, which is really hard to do. Has anyone done it? It's really hard. Naked, that's harder. You immediately start going into sending projections to different parts of the body. Does that make sense? So you'll start looking in the mirror and going, ooh, look at that spare tire on the tummy. Look at that cellulite. Look at those thighs. Look at that saggy bum. We spend so much time judging ourselves. So begin to notice how you're judging your body. Begin to notice where you're sending energy and projections to in your body, because we hold on to that energy in different body parts. So I'm going to do something very, very new now. And often I push myself completely out of my comfort zone and see what happens. I'm going to allow my body to tell its story. Okay? Because our bodies are intuitive, the bodies want to tell us a story. So I'm going to go into my body now and into my tummy. And if this makes you feel uncomfortable in any way, just honor that resistance, because a lot of you might relate to having tummy problems. So my tummy is the place where I hold on to a lot of emotion and trauma. Anyone relate to that? Yeah? My tummy is like the place where I stuffed down my emotions when I was younger. Tummy is the place where I felt the most anxious in my life. Whenever I felt unsettled or insecure, I'd feel it in my tummy the most. Whenever I ate food, and I had a funny relationship with food, and some of you may have a funny relationship with food now, and I think it's important to get all these conversations out into the open. When I was growing up as a child, my dad was a real overeater, and he used to steal food off all of our plates when we were eating. Does anyone else have a dad like that? Or a mum like that? You learn a lot about food and eating patterns from your parents, actually. And so because my dad went to boarding school, he had to eat his food really quickly off his plate. So I watched that, and I learned how to eat really quickly so that my dad would not steal the food from my plate. And what that meant was I learned how to overeat really easily. And so what I would do is stuff loads of food down in my tummy and hold it all here until it festered. And whenever I felt anxious about anything, I'd hold on to the anxiety here. We're very good at holding on to emotion in the body. Think about when you're at work. How much emotion and heaviness do you hold on to in your shoulders? How much do you feel weighed down by your work? How much heaviness is in your back and lower pelvis and shoulders? We hold on to all this stuff in our body. So my tummy was the place that really received a lot of stuff. And so as I began to overeat, I actually developed bulimia. I had an eating disorder because it was a way of stuffing down emotions and a way of dealing with those emotions that I'd stuffed down. And as difficult as this is to talk about, not necessarily for me anymore, but as difficult as eating disorders and issues with food in your body are difficult to talk about, it's really, really cleansing to get it all into the open. So for me, my tummy struggled a lot with my eating topics. And then I developed a sugar addiction as well. So I'd eat a lot of sugar. And those of you that are into food and nutrition know that sugar's not great for your body. So my tummy struggled a lot. So I'd like you just to take a moment and have a little think about where in the body you feel either disconnected, or where in the body you feel pain, or where in the body you feel like you want to connect right now. And if this exercise makes you feel uncomfortable or you have resistance, even more reason to do it. Resistance comes up when we're growing, so it's good. So close your eyes for a moment and just put your hand on wherever you feel disconnected from. I want every single person in the room to do this. Where in the body do you feel disconnected? Put your hands there. It might be your knees, your kneecaps. It could be your throat, your heart, head, tummy, thighs, pelvis, lower back. Maybe you're working out and you can't quite do a move. Maybe you're doing yoga and you can't quite do a move. Maybe you feel like your shoulders are weaker than you'd like them to be. Take your awareness to wherever you feel drawn to right now. Close your eyes. And take a nice deep breath into that place. And invite that part of you to express itself. Don't expect words, but just give that part of you the opportunity to be here and be listened to. Whatever you sense is perfect. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it while I talk a little bit. See, when the body is holding on to something, it needs to let it go. And it needs space and support to let it go. So what you're doing right now is giving your body space and support to let whatever it's been holding on to go. And if you've had a niggle or a pain in your body at any point, it's a blockage. And it needs time and space to open. So breathe into it again. And you can tell your body that you're listening. I'm listening. I hear you. Tell me what you want to say. Really make the most of connecting with your body. It's really important. We've lost the connection. It's how you can work as one, mind, body, soul, all together. We're so in the mind. It's time to get into the body properly. So notice how the body, the part of the body's feeling now. Allow it to open a little more. And if you get any thoughts, just allow the thoughts to come. And if you feel distracted, check in with yourself and go back to where you were. Really allow the body to soften, to open, to be present with whatever you're feeling. Allow the body to communicate, to express itself. If you feel anxiety, invite the anxiety to be here. Taking a nice big deep breath in. And then coming back into the space. How did that feel? Okay. What's really interesting, when you get to know your body, you understand how you hold on to different informational topics relating to things in life in different parts of the body. And this is, I think it's scientifically proven, but it's definitely proven over experience. There's been so much experience and studies done on this. If you have a niggle in your knee, or if your knees feel sore or blocked or stiff, what it usually relates to is a fear of moving forward in life. A fear of moving forward in life. If you feel heaviness in your shoulders, it usually correlates to a feeling that you are holding on to too much responsibility in your life. If you have a sore throat or a tendency to hold a lot of information or heaviness in your throat, it's usually a fear of speaking out or communicating. If you have a painful pelvis or a stiff pelvis, it's usually a fear of confidence and stepping into your leadership. If you have a sore lower back here, you have a belief, I feel unsupported in life. So the body talks to us, and it's really literal. The body tells us what it needs and what it wants to say. So what I'd like to do now is just go through a couple of tools to help us get more connected with our bodies. I wonder if anyone does this now. When you eat a meal, or when you eat food, do you gobble it down straight away, like fuel? Or do you take time to tune in to what you're about to eat? Put your hand up if you gobble it down. Put your hand up if you tune in to what you're going to eat before you eat it. It's important because the body then intuitively prepares for what it's going to eat. You're allowing the body to start releasing the digestive enzymes before you eat it. So when you eat the food, your body's primed and ready to eat it. One step further is, how about tuning into your body before you've got the plate of food and sensing what would be good for your body to eat right now? So rather than just going and accepting a plate of food, how about asking your body what it most needs right now? Because we've developed loads of intolerances around food, haven't we? I think we've all got our own intolerances. It's really understanding what the body wants in that moment, not what the mind thinks it wants. For me, I used to use sugar as a reward, because my nana used to give me pick and mix when I'd done something good in school. So I developed that program of using sugar and sweets to reward myself. But actually, my body didn't want sugar and sweets or cakes. My body might have wanted a green smoothie. And so I'm getting used to this now, is the feeling that if I do something good, my urge is to go and buy a cake or get something that's sugary just to tell me that I've done a good job. But if you take a moment and ask your body what it most needs, not what the ego wants, you'll get a very different answer. So tune in to what you're about to eat before you eat it, and ask your body what it most wants to eat right now. Make sense? Another thing that I have done is I've written 2 letters. I do a lot of visioning and goals and write letters and manifestations and gratitude. And I've written a letter from my tummy before, telling me what I most need to hear. So I write a letter, Dear Jody, and I let my tummy speak. And I don't even think about what I'm saying, I'm just writing. Dear Jody, and whatever comes out is really what you most need to know and hear right now. So you can write a letter from a body part that you're struggling with. And you can also write a letter to a body part. You can write a letter to a body part. So if you're struggling with your shoulders, you can write a letter to your shoulders. So write a love letter to your body, and then let the body write back to you. We're going to do a little body meditation just to finish off. If everyone's okay with that. Is that okay? Okay. Awesome. So just sit where you are. Uncross your legs if they're crossed. Close your eyes. Take a really nice, big, deep breath in. And very gently begin to notice where you're breathing into in the body. Begin to notice where your breath is. And stay with the breath. Close your eyes. Stay with the breath. And notice the body rising and falling with every inhale and exhale. And just stay with the breath for a couple of moments. And then just begin to notice by softly scanning around your body, where in the body you're most drawn to go to right now. Very gently move your awareness to where in the body you're most drawn to go to right now. Becoming more aware of your body. So moving your awareness, your attention, your focus to where in the body you're most called to go right now. And take a nice deep breath into this place. And simply by moving your awareness to where in the body you're most drawn to go to, becoming more aware, more mindful, more connected to your body in this way, you are allowing the body to open and release anything that it's holding on to. Notice any thoughts arising, notice any feelings, any sensations in the body, and allow them to be here. Allow everything to be part of your experience. Notice where in the body you're most drawn to go, and gently move your awareness there. Invite this part of you to relax and surrender. Invite this part of you to relax and surrender. And then gently find your way to your breathing again. Staying connected with your breath. Finding that stillness inside. And then for the last time, softly scanning around your body for anywhere else you feel a little bit tight, a little tense, a little heavy. Inviting yourself to be open to this experience. And move to wherever in the body you need to go to, softly scanning around the body, becoming more mindful, more aware. And whenever you feel yourself connecting to something in the body, just pause, relax, bring awareness to it. And then surrender, let go, relax a little more. Sensing where in the body you feel resistance or tightness or tension. And letting it go. Letting it go. Allowing yourself to sink a little deeper into those hips and those pelvis. Allow yourself to be a little bit more present. The way that you show up in meditation is about how you show up in your life. So allow yourself to show up more. And then softly bring your awareness back to the breathing. Connecting with the breath. And taking a really nice big deep breath into your body, into your cells. And with your eyes closed, very gently find your way to your feet, your toes. Gently giving your toes a little wiggle. Coming into your toes. With your eyes closed, coming into your toes. Moving your awareness into your feet and into your ankles. And moving your awareness up into your shins and calf muscles. And moving your awareness into your knees and kneecaps. And moving your awareness up into your thighs, thigh bones, hips, pelvis. And taking a really nice big deep breath in here and pausing for a moment. And just being really grateful for the lower body, for every step that you take, every movement that you make. And moving your awareness into your tummy, into your digestive system, into your ribs. And moving your awareness into your heart, into your shoulders, into your arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, fingers. And just pausing for a moment and being grateful for this part of the body. For every way that it functions on your behalf. Every decision you make. Everything you feel, sense. And moving your awareness up into your throat, your expressive center, the back of your neck, up into your head, mind, eyes, nose, ears, lips. And with your eyes closed still, very gently begin to bring your palms towards each other. And just gently move the palms together, creating some energy, some heat. And then place the palms over your eyes. And just absorbing everything you just created. And taking a really nice big deep breath in. And then coming back into this space. Really good. And stretching out your arms a little bit. Giving yourself a shoulder roll. Good. Everybody tells a story. What is yours? It's time to start listening to your body now. Give it the attention and the love and the affection that it needs. Thank you so much.